In an effort to make good on his promise, Miami Heat All-Star center Bam Adebayo donated 300 new mattresses to students at a South Florida school. Adebayo appeared at the Seed School of Miami in Northwest Miami-Dade Wednesday, where he helped students bring down and set up their new mattresses in their dorm rooms. The star made the promise to students earlier this year during the school's legacy ceremony. This act of kindness was made possible through Adebayo's BAM Books and Brotherhood Foundation. Following the departure of Jimmy Butler and 2 consecutive first-round playoff exits, the Miami Heat is apparently no longer a national draw. On Thursday afternoon, the NBA released the 2025-26 regular season schedule that includes 80, 40 home, and 40 away of the 82 games for each team because 2 games from December 9th to December 15th remain up in the air until the group stage of the league's in-season tournament plays out. The Heat will open this upcoming season on the road against the Magic in Orlando on October 22nd at 7 p.m. It marks the 6th time in the past 10 seasons that the Heat has opened the schedule against the Magic, with 5 of those games coming in Orlando. For perspective, the last time the Heat opened a season on the road and the game wasn't in Orlando came in the 2011-12 season when it faced the Mavericks in Dallas on December 25, 2011. But like many of the games on the Heat schedule, this season's opener against the Magic won't be on national TV. Just 2 years after being slotted for 16 national TV appearances for the 2023-24 regular season at the time that schedule was released, the Heat is currently scheduled for just 5 national TV games this upcoming season. While that number could change during the course of the season, the Heat's 5 national TV appearances this season consists of 2 games on Amazon Prime Video's streaming service, November 14th at New York Knicks and February 28th versus Houston Rockets, 1 game on ESPN, November 19th versus Golden State Warriors, 1 game on NBC, January 6th at Minnesota Timberwolves, and 1 game on NBC's streaming partner Peacock, March 30th versus Philadelphia 76ers. The NBA TV schedule will be announced at a later date. In comparison, the Oklahoma City Thunder, Los Angeles Lakers, Warriors, and Knicks are each scheduled to have 34 of their games on national TV. Only the Brooklyn Nets, 2 national TV games, Charlotte Hornets, 3 national TV games, Chicago Bulls, 3 national TV games, New Orleans Pelicans, 2 national TV games, Toronto Raptors, 2 national TV games, Utah Jazz, 2 national TV games, and Washington Wizards, 2 national TV games, are currently scheduled for fewer national TV games than the Heat this season. Amazon Prime Video and NBC are the new rights holders in the NBA's move away from TNT Sports, which is no longer televising NBA games. This upcoming season is the first of an 11-year, $76 billion national television/streaming contract for the NBA, with Amazon Prime Video hiring Heat legends Udonis Haslem and Dwayne Wade as analysts. Another aspect of the Heat's schedule that stands out is the challenging stretch it will face to begin the season. Not only will the Heat play 6 of its first 8 games on the road and embark on a West Coast trip during the second week of the regular season, but 11 of the Heat's first 15 games come against opponents that made the playoffs last season. But the Heat's longest trip of the season won't come until January, when Miami hits the road for 5 straight games, January 19th at Warriors, January 20th at Sacramento Kings, January 22nd at Portland Trail Blazers, January 24th at Utah Jazz, and January 25th at Phoenix Suns. The longest homestand for the Heat this upcoming season lasts 4 games, as Miami has 4 four-game homestands on its schedule. 2 of the Heat's 4-game homestands will come in the first 6 weeks of the season. The Heat's All-Star break will span from February 12th to February 19th, with the 2026 NBA All-Star Game set for February 15th at Intuit Dome in Los Angeles. The Heat's regular season comes to an end with an April 12th matchup against the Atlanta Hawks at Kasparas Center. The Heat is scheduled to hold its annual Media Day on September 29th before opening training camp on September 30th to kick off the 2025-26 season. The Heat will then play a 6-game preseason schedule: October 4th versus Magic in Puerto Rico, October 6th versus Milwaukee Bucks in Miami, October 8th versus San Antonio Spurs in Miami, October 12th versus Magic in Orlando, October 13th versus Hawks in Atlanta, and October 17th versus Memphis Grizzlies in Memphis. FanDuel Sports Network Sun is currently set to locally televise 76 of the 80 Heat regular season games that were announced on Thursday. The only 4 games set to be exclusively broadcast on national TV are November 14th at Knicks on Prime, January 6th at Timberwolves on NBC, February 28th versus Rockets on Prime, and March 30th versus 76ers on Peacock. Tickets for all regular season home games at Kasparas Center will go on sale to the general public on Friday at 3 p.m. Tickets can be purchased by logging on to Heat.com or Ticketmaster.com. All Heat home games are mobile-only entry. Tickets for the Heat's 3 home preseason games are already on sale. Here are some other things to know about the Heat's 2025-26 schedule. The Heat will see a familiar face in Duncan Robinson early in the season. Robinson left the Heat to sign with the Detroit Pistons in free agency this summer after spending the first 7 seasons of his NBA career in Miami. The Heat's first matchup of the season against Robinson and the Pistons comes on November 29th in Miami. The Heat will again welcome back Butler to Miami when it hosts the Warriors on November 19th in a nationally televised game on ESPN. Butler has already played 1 game in Miami since being traded to the Warriors this past February following his contentious breakup with the Heat, getting blown out by the Heat 112-86 in his return to Kasparas Center on March 25th. The Heat faces the defending NBA champion Oklahoma City Thunder this season on January 11th in Oklahoma City and on January 17th in Miami. The Heat has 15 back-to-back sets on its schedule this season, which is the same amount of back-to-backs that Miami played last regular season. But 3 of the Heat's back-to-backs this season require no travel, as Miami faces the Lakers on November 2nd and the Clippers on November 3rd in Los Angeles, hosts the Charlotte Hornets on November 7th and the Trail Blazers on November 8th at Kasparas Center, and hosts the Timberwolves on January 3rd and the New Orleans Pelicans on January 4th at Kasparas Center. The 6 Eastern Conference teams that the Heat is currently scheduled to face only 3 times this regular season are the Brooklyn Nets, the Pistons, the Indiana Pacers, the Bucks, the 76ers, and the Toronto Raptors. The Heat hosts the Pacers, 76ers, and Raptors only once and makes just 1 trip to face the Nets, Pistons, and Bucks. The Heat faces every other East team 4 times, for 2 home games and 2 road games. The Heat plays every Western Conference team twice, for 1 home game and 1 road game. The Heat will be working on some holidays. While the Heat doesn't have a game on Halloween, Christmas Day, or Easter this season, it will take on the Pistons in Detroit on New Year's Day on January 1st and face the Warriors in San Francisco on Martin Luther King Jr. Day on January 19th. The Heat will also play on Super Bowl Sunday, traveling to face the Washington Wizards on the afternoon of February 8th. As part of the NBA's in-season tournament, the Heat's 4 group play games that will also count as regular season games are November 7th versus Hornets, November 14th at Knicks, November 21st at Bulls, and November 26th versus Bucks. As for conflicts with the Miami Dolphins on the Heat's regular season schedule, the Heat and Miami Dolphins are currently set to play on the same day 3 times. October 26th, when the Heat hosts the Knicks and the Dolphins are in Atlanta to face the Falcons. October 30th, when the Heat is in San Antonio to play the Spurs and the Dolphins host the Baltimore Ravens on Thursday Night Football. And December 21st, when the Heat is in New York to take on the Knicks and the Dolphins host the Cincinnati Bengals on Sunday Night Football. The Heat's regular season schedule currently has 2 conflicts with Miami Hurricanes football games. November 8th, when the Heat hosts the Trail Blazers and the Hurricanes host the Syracuse Orange, and November 29th, when the Heat hosts the Pistons and the Hurricanes close their regular season on the road against the Pittsburgh Panthers. The Heat will play on the night of the 2026 College Football National Championship game, January 19th, which will take place in Miami on January 19th. The Heat will be in San Francisco to face the Warriors. The Heat and Florida Panthers play on the same day 32 times this upcoming season, 7 more than last season. The Miami Heat's offseason thus far can be viewed as a success. The team managed to improve their biggest weakness as a team last season, scoring at an efficient rate. Adding a player such as Norman Powell and drafting a versatile guard in Illinois' Kasparas Jakucionis improved the guard rotation tremendously. While these moves have set Miami on the right trajectory heading into this important season, there is still another move the team could make to improve the backcourt. Bleacher Report named guard Russell Westbrook among the best minimum contract NBA free agents still available. The former NBA Most Valuable Player, 2016-17, Westbrook is the biggest name without a job and still a productive player, the article wrote. Last year, he averaged 13.3 points, 6.1 assists, and 6.1 rebounds per game. The 36-year-old is a high-impact player, but he doesn't shoot the three well, 32.3% last year, and is mistake-prone on the court. He's not for everyone, but he did find ways to contribute with Denver last year. Leadership and coaching changes over the last year could lead to Westbrook needing a new home. If the Heat were to add the 9-time All-Star, he could add to the team's new-look scoring attack. Westbrook has always been a great all-around player. In recent years, his shooting splits have not replicated the glory years of his career with the Oklahoma City Thunder. However, Westbrook is still a player worthy of getting 15 minutes a night. Even at his age, he is dynamic and can attack a defense downhill. The most important aspect to a potential Westbrook addition would be the mentorship possibility. The Heat are littered with young guard talent such as Tyler Herro, Jakucionis, Davion Mitchell, and Pelle Larsson. Westbrook would be the perfect player to teach these young guys and hopefully help them improve. Another important thing to note is the Heat still have Terry Rozier's contract sitting on their roster. While he was once viewed as an important piece of this team, his disappointing run last season demoted him to a role off the bench. The Heat still have the opportunity to cut ties with his expiring contract this offseason by offloading him for another player making $25 million. That would further free up the guard rotation for Westbrook to enter.